too long ago.
Yo, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Mack Brothers podcast. Stop what you're doing, everyone!
Matthew, I gotta say, I don't know if you've seen this. It's the biggest news in my life was that baby Gronk rizzed up Livvy.
I don't know who Baby Gronk is.
I know.
I don't know who Lizzie is.
Well, Livvy was dating the Drip King, and baby Gronk just out rizzed him.
You know what Riz is short for?
I do not know.
Charisma.
Get out of here. Now it makes sense.
Charisma.
Now it should make sense to you now that you just
Charisma. Yeah. Well, considering I'm the charisma king, I know what Riz meant instinctively. It's all my little disciples running around trying to be, they're trying to live in my image, and it's fine. I understand. It's very enticing to control people's desires as you see fit, but not everyone can be me. I'm actually a one of one.
Well, but you're not baby Gronk, and you didn't just rizz up Livvy.
I don't need to rizz up Livvy. I'm so past.
It'd probably be illegal.
Past.
It'd probably be illegal if you did. I think they're all children.
What?
This
I thought these were rappers.
No, there was a TikTok that came out. You know them TikToks that are just like
John Pork.
This is the best high school player in the world. And then they'll show all their highlights and they'll be like, he scores 3 touchdowns a game, blah, blah, blah. Well, baby Gronk is the most touted 8th grader. And someone made a TikTok about how he stole the other most talented 8th grader's girlfriend, Livvy. And it went viral because of how silly it was. I'll send it to you right now.
This is not any. I don't want anything to do with this.
And it's been trending all over my Sixers Twitter for some reason. And people are just like, yeah, but can you believe that baby Gronk actually rizzed up Livvy?
Yeah, I don't think this is good for the culture. And
well,
I'm a steward.
Definitely not good
for. It's not good for what's the other guy's name?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know.
Young Glizzy King.
I'm looking up our text thread. I didn't send this to you.
This whole race.
Here's one of the memes. Can you see it? Oh, that's backwards, ain't it?
No, it's not. It was the right way. It auto flips it back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you realize Livvy rizzed up baby Gronk and he might be the new Riz King. Yeah, that's definitely Eric Spoelstra being upset about that.
It's very, 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 very funny. All right. Well, we have a song called Drinkin In Work. Matthew,
that's what I said. I did try to say that, but I got so excited about it that it didn't come out right.
We had to give our props to the Riz King. But we have a song called Drinkin In Work, and I just actually ran a meeting for all the upper management about what to do. One of the topics was what to do if you suspect an employee is drunk or high, and how to go about it. And
can I guess what you had to do at your company if either thing happens, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Shoot.
All right. So if you're drunk, there have to be sent home, and there has to be a follow-up drug test done, and disciplinary action appropriate, I guess, to the behavior of said person needs to take place. If you're high, you just fucking go out in the parking lot, you light up another one, and you just fucking let it rip, and you just start eating whatever fish you could find.
Kinda.
Am I correct in that?
Yeah. Well, so if you're drunk, and you're not going to share with the person who wrote with one half of the people who wrote Drinking in Work,
Yeah.
then you're fired on the spot. If you do share, but it's like some nasty shit, like I don't know, they're drinking Mad Dogs or something. Nah, I
Oh
respect the Mad
God.
Dogs. Respect the Mad Dogs. Shout out to Mad Dog Fadul.
Oh
Um,
yeah. 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 If the Eagles win the Super Bowl and you work for you're a sportscaster, you definitely should drink Mad Dogs.
yeah. No, but so if there's a reasonable suspicion, you have to grab another manager. They both have to agree, and then you need a third party. That's an unbiased third party, which would be myself or like an HR person or like a general manager. And then if all people agree, then you call the drug testing people, they come out and they breathalyze you, or they give you a urine test if it's we're talking about drugs. Um, but come on, I ain't no snitch.
I can't make it through the day without a stimulant or two.
A stimulator?
A stimulant. I need
Oh,
something. I need a pep in my step, whether it's
like
cocaine
if
or
there's some napkins.
they're not stimulating enough. But lighting a bunch of napkins on fire in my office is that'll pump me up. Speaking of fires,
I
can
just
we
ready
just
to
real
say
quick say that we are currently living through the Mackpocalypse? Um,
that. Apocalypse. I'm so
unfortunate.
tired.
So everyone in the region started listening to Drink and Work at the same time, and all of Canada is now on fire, and that is
Yeah.
why all of these. No, but there's like some crazy ass wildfires in Canada. I guess I don't really know too much about what's going on, but I know all of Philly smells like it's on. It's all of Philly smells like it's on fire, basically.
You know what though? You know it's a shame. It smells nice. It's like a nice firewood. It's
Well,
probably a
hell doesn't
maple wood.
when I'm making sure that young men, the super athletes of the world, when their children have enough Riz to be Riz kings, I'm also trying to make sure that hell smells delicious.
Yeah.
Hell smells like a campfire.
It was definitely weird. There was this one lady in my work that was having a little bit of a reaction to it. She disclosed her medical history to me, which I won't say. But she I just gave her a bottle of water and I told her to chill out. Um,
Stick water on your head and
but it could be fixing to hurt you. So be safe until 2 a.m. tonight, I think, or tomorrow.
I didn't worry about it the whole time. I was really pumped about it. I root for ecological disasters across the globe.
You know,
Um, I think
there's
it's a good thing.
there's something about, and this is I don't know why I must there's something wrong with me. Uh, I really enjoy when everyone's dealing with something bad together.
John, you always have been weak. So for you, when you like to see people come together, I think that is a big negative.
No, what I'm saying is I like the fact that it's not just me that's going through something bad.
I don't agree with you enjoying a sense of community. I think it's a bad thing for you in your life.
Mm.
I prefer when people are dealing with problems alone and they're miserable.
Balloon, balloon, balloon,
But I
balloon.
see what you mean. Like, I see what you're saying. This whole thing is crazy though. Like right now, New York has like the worst air quality in the world. Um,
Oh, they were in the 300s, them boys.
yeah, it's like breathing in a pack of cigarettes. They were saying it's really bad.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
I think it's
I think
making
it's
me
all.
sleep.
You know what? It's just as good as the PGA Tour merging with those 9/11 terrorist fucks over in Saudi Arabia.
I don't know. I really don't know what that is.
So to put it mildly, the Saudi government, you know how Saudi Arabia has lots of oil and they're terrible to anyone that's not a man. And they just like they treat their women terrible and they throw gay people off buildings. And they're just terrible people. And we have a good relationship with
Government, what you
them.
saying? The government.
Oh yeah, yeah. The government's yes, the government's terrible there. They do all these bad things, but they got lots of oil. So we're like, yeah, we love you because you have lots of oil. So it's like a really, really rich friend who's also terrible, but you're like, you have things I like, so I don't really care. Um, so they started a wealth fund to just influence shit around the world. So they bought like a soccer, they bought like at Liverpool FC or something. They bought like a huge soccer club in Europe.
I kind of know what this is now.
Yeah, so they started Live Golf because they wanted to disrupt a major sport. So they picked golf because all people that are into golf at the highest levels, all they care about is money. It's a very easy sport to take over. They have lots of money. So they made Live Golf and they tried to get all these golfers to join. Some of them did, some of them didn't. And then the PGA Tour was like, "We're not taking money from the Saudis." Blah 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 blah. They're they're terrible. Blah blah blah. But now they're like, now they just merged with them. So it's a big slap in the face to a lot of people. Because the PGA Tour are just a bunch of spineless cowards. So fuck major golf right now. They offered Tiger Woods $800 million to join Live Golf,
Oh,
and
I
he
see.
turned it down.
They just gave a guy a soccer guy that because when you said how they're
And
buying everything.
Messi's going to play for Miami now.
Well, I just some football guy got 600 million for 3 years to play for like a Saudi team. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. There was a golfer that was doing an interview on US TV, basically, as it was a Saudi apologist interview. They're like, "How do you feel about all the human rights violations and the fact that like a lot of the 9/11 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia? How do you feel about that?" And it's basically like, "Oh, people make mistakes."
Yeah,
Like it's so
but they're
fucking
still doing
crazy.
it, right? Like it's not like someone took over and changed
Yes.
everything, right?
No, they're still terrible, and they're in charge of OPEC, which is a major oil controller in the world, who just slashed oil production during the presidential election because they want to hurt Biden's chances of reelection because they know a Republican president would be more favorable to them. Um, Even though Biden's extremely favorable to them and is constantly embarrassed on a national stage by them, like fucking stop giving them defense. Stop. We pay for their whole defense budget basically. It's like we enable them to fight wars. Stop doing that. Cut off the defense spending. Oh, you want to cut oil production? We're gonna cut the aid that we send you. Fuck you. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking. It's like because we're in a corporatocracy. It's the man. You know what I mean? We're in a corporatocracy. Gotta fight the man.
There's a lot of left like Jimmy Dore lefts. It seems like
Yeah.
they're getting a little stronger on Twitter, which so I kind of don't blame them because it's so frustrating right now. And Crystal Ball, they're really coming at Crystal Ball pretty hard.
Yeah.
Have you
There's
seen
a
any of that?
there's a yeah there's a growing move. There's a growing anti-crystal sentiment. I like
Yeah.
that she kind of stays out of it though. I don't think it's her job to get involved in that.
No, I mean, if she's going to like directly say something to Jimmy Dore, it's one thing, but like
Mhm.
don't mention no Twitter people. That's weird.
I am very much of the consensus of all of it's, you know, it's like it's all ridiculous. Like all of it's stupid. There's no great left coalition because they want to eat each other alive. It's too much. It's too way too unfocused. There's too many factions. Things are too scattered.
Yeah,
There needs to be a little bit more single-minded thinking and more goal-oriented thinking, as opposed to Crystal Ball said something about vaccines that I slightly disagree with. So I now am going to not listen to Breaking Points and say she's a terrible person.
Yeah.
And then they complain about how sensitive other people are. It's like, you're just as sensitive.
Hmm.
She agrees with you 95% of your whole existence. She agrees with you on. And the 5% you're so sensitive about, you want to act like, she's not on your side. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. It's so infuriating.
Yeah, I don't like it. Especially when you got um like the actual enemy is fucking the fact that we're gonna have to vote for Trump or Joe Biden again. And Marianne Williamson, like CNN is what we need to be attacking, because Marianne Williamson has 11% of like the vote so far, and they won't give her a town hall, but they're giving Christie a town hall, and he
Hmm.
has 0% in the polls. 0%. He's like 0.2. And they're gonna give him a town hall, but they're not gonna give Marianne a town hall. And it's just so obvious what they're doing, and it's so disgusting. And if everyone just got behind either her or
I don't even know how I feel about RFK, but I was upset that Cornel West is running for the People's Party. It's like you have
yeah.
no shot. I don't know. There's definitely a little
This
bit of
the
like narrative things that are like definitely
this is
been planted.
if you wanted to make a third party legit on either side, Trump would have to switch.
Yeah, or you'd have to
It'd
have
have to be such a big
true
name.
greatness.
Hold on for a minute. I think my food's here.
Oh,
Entertain the
do,
people.
do, 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 do.
So
We're
I'm back.
back.
I got nifty 50s. I got a chicken cheesesteak. And for like a side, I substitute French fries with chicken nuggets, chicken nuggies.
Yeah, their chicken nuggets are phenomenal.
But I just said to Matthew, I'm a simp before we push play, because, and I'm using simp incorrectly, I know, but it feels very simpish. I did not get a milkshake.
It's very simple, like to order from Nifty Fifties and not get a milkshake. Yeah.
They have the best milkshakes. They're delicious. Uh, they have so many kinds, and all of them are fun. And I just chose not to get one because I thought to myself, well, I have like treats in the freezer. I don't need a milkshake. But the last time I had a nifty 50s milkshake was 7 year, like Frank's birthday 8 years ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
So
been a
like,
while.
so I should have got a milkshake. I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to lose some weight, and that's why I didn't get it, even though I got a chicken
Well,
cheese.
it was worth it in the end. That's still an extra 1,000 calories you just avoided.
Yeah, it's true.
Just
Uh,
just go take a sip of milk and have a bite of ice cream, and you'll forget all about it.
I don't have real milk in the house.
John, we were just raging against the oligarchy.
Yeah, and now we're talking about the Olive Garden.
Ha ha ha. Olive Garden's ass, bruh.
Oh, what do they call
Stupid
them?
salad.
What's it called? A mukbang?
Ew. No, I don't want to do a mukbang. You could do the rest of the podcast yourself.
You don't want me to eat all the chicken nuggies?
No, I don't want to eat all. I don't want you to eat all the chicken nuggies. It's fucking gross. I don't want to see that. Just because we're
No,
animals doesn't mean I need to be reminded of it.
a part of me thinks I should tip the delivery person a couple extra dollars that I usually would, because it is the Mackpocalypse. Um, but I'm not gonna. I gotta buy
Were
a
they
new.
like riding around in like a like people from Dune? You know what I mean? You ever see that movie Dune? I actually haven't seen the movie, but I read the book.
The guy did look like a mutant a little bit.
Do you ever just take a good look at someone and and you see their face, like someone that may not be the most aesthetically pleasing person, and you see what they look like, and you're just like, fuck do you walk around with that face all like, or you see someone's head or face, it's like, what
Yeah,
a fucking head that guy has.
yeah. What? So, one time I'm taking tickets at Wells Fargo Center when I was maybe 20 or 19, and there's a season ticket holder who has this formality in his face.
A disformality.
From what do you call his face is fucked up,
Okay.
and it's not fucked up like it's not that he's not ugly.
I'm sorry, I can't get over disformality. I just cannot get over that.
What is the
I'm
word?
sorry, I just can't get over what the fuck.
What
What
is
is
the word?
who says that? Who says disformality? Deformity.
Oh,
Or deformed. That's also a fucked up way of putting it.
that's very South Philly of me.
It was a disformality. It was a very informal face.
Wait, today
He could never make it at a wedding or some formal event. Never make it.
I'm talking to one of the GMs of the company I work for.
Apple alert. Apple alert. Here's how you can protect yourself from the wildfire smoke engulfing the city. I'm sorry. What are you saying about work?
I'm talking to somebody, and we're talking about the Mack apocalypse, and I say to him, I go, he said, did they? He said, did they say when it's going to stop? And I said, and it wasn't meant to, and I like it sounded so much more stupid, but it's a South Philly way of going. I said, I don't know, but I told my mom to stay in. She has autoimmune.
Oh my God, John.
She has autoimmune.
Oh no.
And he said,
I thought you were going to say it's the smog.
he said, what's that mean? And I go, she's susceptible to things like this. and then
From one South Philly to another.
I realized in my head, like between us, we're basically running like a company, and this is how we're talking.
Well, at least if you were running a medical company, it would be a lot more disturbing.
Now we're moving product. You know what I mean?
I, on the other hand, am in charge of detecting pollutants inside the atmosphere,
You didn't
and
do
so
it.
I find it egregious. I didn't say I'm in charge of protecting the atmosphere from pollutants. I just detect,
You go
and
out.
I'm real upset. Work's been really rough because the whole northeast of the country is engulfed in wildfire smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like not being able to breathe air when I go outside. It's just a good reminder that no one gives a fuck about anyone. I don't. What does that say? Baby Gronk just stole Livvy from the Drip King. What? So you didn't know? See, here's the thing about Riz, right? So it became a
Yeah.
trend, and then I think what happened was all these freakazoid,
Oh,
um,
hold on.
what?
Baby Gronk just stole Livvy from the Drip King. On his visit to LSU, Baby Gronk rizzed up Livvy and they started dating. They are so in love, Baby Gronk got Livvy's name tattooed on his arm. Is Baby Gronk the new Drip King, or is Livvy just using him for clout?
Who the fuck? That guy's terrifying.
It's
That guy is the most.
fine.
That guy's got a terrifying face. Like, there's no way he's doing this. Like, there's no way he's like that's what he actually like. It has to be a joke.
Well, at first I thought it was a joke, but
It has to be.
people are taking this very serious. Some people are taking it very serious.
So all this Riz stuff. So I think it all started as like a charisma, and it was just like a cute little slang thing. And then all these weird, like all the Andrew Tates of the world. Can you stop for a second? all
Yeah,
the Andrew Tates of the world and all that kind of hijacked it as a way to kind of reach out to young people. Oh, new trendy word that means like talking to girls or whatever. So they used it to hijack them. So all the Patrick Bateman memes I think started because people were like, "This is what you need to be." It's like being sarcastic. Like, this is what having charisma is. Patrick Bateman, because a lot of people haven't seen American Psycho to actually know what that's from. So they were like, the real way to get Riz is to be like Patrick Bateman, and they would just show clips of him talking to women. So yeah, that's the Riz. That's my Riz story, and I digress.
that was I think I think what we're gonna do is, because we have a bunch, you can tell by our way we're talking right now, we have a bunch of Riz, and
Oh my God, yeah.
I think that before every show now we need to film a ritual, and it's us getting warming up for the whatever gig we're playing.
That's so disgusting. That is so disgusting, but that would probably, we already do that anyway.
I think this guy's real. This is a real thing. This guy's whole channel is doing sports shit like this, and this is popping off because it's the most ridiculous video ever. And this guy's serious.
It's just so weird to look at a grown man talk about literal grade school. These are kids in grade school.
I gotta find
they're children.
The original.
Like, these are a bunch of children. Think about the children.
Here it is. Here it is. Ready? This is the original. This is important.
Baby Gronk. Livvy just convinced Baby Gronk to commit to LSU. Baby Gronk is the #1 college football prospect in the country. He averages 300 yards and 5 touchdowns a game. On his visit to LSU, Livvy rizzed him up. Livvy even hugged Baby Gronk. He might be the new Riz King. Do you think Baby Gronk will lead LSU to a national championship? Livvy just convinced.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever.
LSU's a college.
So he's gonna go in. He's gonna be a freshman in high school. This kid.
I don't even. He looks like younger than that. I don't know.
He looks like he's a baby. He's a.
He really is Baby Gronk.
This country is fucked. Like, there's no way around it. Like, we're totally fucked.
Yeah, it's definitely ending.
It's all over. Like, it is all over. This is the downside of the death of monoculture. Just saying. That's a new term I learned.
Someone said top 10 Riz moments on the comments. Matthew, Twitter was a buzz. Sports Twitter was a buzz with just saying the phrase, Baby Gronk stole Livvy, and now he's the Riz King or something like that.
Is he the new Riz King? I don't know when did this style of talking take over everything. Is Baby Gronk the new? Like, where did that come from?
TikTok shit.
That's
TikTok.
like, it's so fucking annoying.
Henry D. Tala is his name. He's a college.
Like, I hate these people. I fucking hate these people.
He's a college lacrosse player. His name's Henry De Trala. Let's look at his link tree.
You know how many trees he's gonna have to plant to offset how terrible of a person he is?
But you can get 15% off undeniable London jewelry on his link tree.
Oh, thank God.
We have a link tree, but what's not in our link tree? A link to League Island Brewing Club. Do you know where there is a link to League Island Brewing Club?
I don't know, John. Where is there a link to?
It's going to be in our description. I'm going to cut you off right there. It's going to be in our description. League Island Brewing Club, Jesus' favorite beer. Speaking of Jesus, Matthew, give us a minute about the new. They're not new, but a band that you turned me on to, and I think their story is a little bit more interesting than their actual music. But
yes, are you talking about Ghost?
Yeah.
So as far from what I can tell, this random Swedish musician, he was a musician for a while, and then he stopped making music, and then he asked his wife if she cared if he started making music again. So he came up with this whole ghost concept where he dresses up like a dead pope, and I guess he's supposed to be like preaching the word of the devil to everyone, and he has all these sermons, which are just their concerts, another word for them. And every album, he creates a new version of himself. And for a long time, people thought that they had a different singer every album. So the fun thing about it is the music is like has like a lot of goofy elements to it, and doesn't really take itself too serious, which is why it's so funny. Um, and there's all these compilations of them live, and like this dude's just really funny. Um, and what makes it even better is all these like major United States real like retailers in the mid 2010s like took this serious. They were like, we're not going to sell your CDs like anyone even buys CDs anymore because of all the satanic imagery and all this. And it's just like, this is just entertainment, you fucking losers.
So, I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you know the real reason why we know who he is? The real guy? Why we know the actual story?
Tobias Forge,
Yeah.
didn't like a band member leave the band and kind of outed him?
Yeah. I think
Omega.
a couple band members, Omega actually wasn't involved in the lawsuit, but a couple band members got together and sued him. And then all the public shit comes out. And then he actually was outed as who he is. And then he actually won the lawsuit. And they actually ended up having to pay the lawyer fees, which were like 3 or 4 times more than what they were suing for. So
Mhm.
like they should have just shut up. I guess they thought they were owed. Who knows? You know, I mean, me and you know how it is. Who actually knows when there's 4 people in a room? What's actually what could be
Yeah,
misinterpreted as someone's thing? I mean, for us, it was clear cut us, and it might have been clear cut for them. But um, they sued, they lost, and that's how he found out who Tobias Forge was.
that's
Um,
pretty interesting.
yeah, it sucks.
Their music is definitely will defy your expectations.
I was so interested. I want to just know about the kayfabe of their.
And it's real. It's like a real kayfabe. And the fans go to the concerts. They know like it's insane. Like the lore
Yeah.
is around this band. It's just mind blowing. Like the commitment to the gimmick is so impressive. And I'm a big fan of a good gimmick. Like why that's part of the reason why U2 is like such a band that I look up to because of like when they were more creative in their younger years, the different characters, and then obviously Bowie and the Beatles, like the great artists change
Yeah.
they have big
Mack
changes.
Brothers.
Yes, look at what we're doing. We do it just as well as anyone.
Drinking and works out, everybody.
So this is a good chance for you to go listen to some of our earlier music and then listen to Drinking and Work and listen to Country Woman, and you can hear, you know, it's fun to be expansive. It's more fun. It's a better way to live your life.
Yeah, and it refreshes your brain. It's just like, who do you want to be? Do you want to be fucking ACDC who makes the same fucking song? Yeah, I like ACDC a little bit though. I don't want to really bury them, but still, the same song over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Or do you want some zest? Do you want some fucking like a fresh air, like some? Have you ever, Matt? Do you ever have some fresh air after like being in the house all day?
Usually the only fresh air I get is Fresh Air, hosted by Terry Gross early in the morning on NPR when I'm driving to work at 6:30 a.m.
Well, then you should roll down your windows and get some of that real stuff.
I want some, you know what I really want? I want some fucking smog, man. I want to go out there and just go breathe in the air and get totally bent.
When I went out to get my nifty 50s, it smelled so good outside. It's really a shame that it's that so detrimental to our health, and like the wildlife is really it's terrible. And I don't know too much about anything, but Matthew, would you say that this is caused by just uh decades of corporate greed?
Yes, I would say this is caused by decades of corporate greed, and global warming, and us refusing to acknowledge that a lot of this has a large man-made contribution to it. But I digress. What I think is way more important than the end of the human species is for everyone to go listen to Drinking in Work.
Drinking in Work.
So we talked about Linktree. All that's in our bio. You can find Drinking in Work just about anywhere. You could probably find it in your own work somewhere if you look hard enough.
Matt, real quick.
Go.
The thing I was doing about the reasonable suspicion. 20% of people admit to being drunk in work, or have been drunk in work.
That's
and
millions.
47% of people have said they've done it before.
That's a lot. That's most of the country.